Hey guys, Dr. Dex here. Today we're doing a tool revisit and we're talking about the Metabo HPT rear handle saw. So if you like this video or you get something out of it, don't forget to click that subscribe button. We appreciate you coming to our channel and watching these videos that we make for you. Okay, so here it is. We've had these for a couple of years now, right? And wanted to give you guys an update on what we thought of this tool. And that's what the whole revisit is about. I'm gonna go over some of the features of the saw. I'm gonna run it for you and kind of show you what's up and give you my overall thoughts on it. I told you we'd be doing some of these type of videos, so guess what? They're here. All right, so I'll be honest with you guys, and I'm probably gonna get some comments about this, and that's fine, but this is my favorite cordless rear handle saw that I own. And why, you ask? Because it basically puts out the same amount of power as all the other cordless saws, but it's lighter. It's noticeably lighter, like pounds lighter than its competition. And when you're running a saw like this all day long, that makes a huge difference by the end of the day. Metabo HPT did a really good job making this saw, and I really like it. One thing I did add to it, if you go to sidingtips.com, I met this gentleman at an event, and he gave me a couple of these to put on my saws, and he just 3D printed a dust port cover, which is really cool. It just keeps the sawdust out of your face when you're cutting and keeps it going back down through the guide instead of into your mouth. That's the only mod I've made to this saw. I didn't modify the on-off switch or anything like that. Obviously you can see I've got a really hammered Diablo blade on here, but I'm just keeping it 100, guys, and just wanted to show you this saw and why I like it so much. It has a onboard rafter hook, which I actually use as a joist hook. I call it a joist hook because we constantly are hooking this onto a joist, and then it just sits there, okay? And it'll hang. It also has a top handle, which is really nice. It has, I think it's a magnesium base on this particular model. It's a 7¼ inch saw, and also something kind of cool, it locks out at a 45-degree angle, but if you need to, you can get it to go up to 53 degrees. So sometimes in those specific circumstances where you might need a little extra angle, you can get it out of this saw by jogging this up, and then it'll go into 53 degrees. So kind of a cool feature, and then you just lock it back down with this lever. But normally I just keep it at 45 or less because that's usually all I ever need it for. But most of the time it's at 0. It has a couple nice indicators. When I'm running lots of straight lines, I'll run right off this indicator right here, and I will keep my line on this line here, and usually it runs pretty true. Sometimes saws don't. We do a lot of finish cuts. I usually use a track saw for that, but if I'm just ripping some plywood or maybe something elongated that doesn't matter so much, if it's perfect, it's a great way to do it. It has a blade lockout right here. This lever goes in and it locks your blade for blade changes. It has a standard 1/2 inch hex blade, or you can also use a Allen wrench as well. So you have two options. Like, let's say, you know, your buddy strips the bolt, you can still get it out by using an Allen wrench as well. It has a depth gauge as well. Over here, you just pick that up. Hey, I got a question for you guys. Who that's watching this video leaves their plate loose? A lot of framers do this. And who keeps it locked? For me, it depends on what I'm doing. If I'm trying to cut something accurately, I leave my plate locked. If I'm trying to do some stuff that's speedy, I might leave my plate unlocked because it's easier to plunge with it unlocked versus when it's locked. It's a big debate. Let me know if you guys have a preference, or if you even said, hey man, I didn't realize that was a thing. Well, it kind of is amongst certain framers and other guys that work a lot with these saws. I know I'm gonna get some flashback on this because a lot of you use Makita. I really do like that Makita rear handle saw. It's a beast, and it's a very accurate saw. I really like it, but it's not on my battery platform, so it's retired to the shop. It's sitting right over here. It's a great saw, but I have no other Makita tools on my job site. That's why, another reason why the battery platform with the Metabo HPT, I'm running a multivolt battery, so we're running this saw at 36 volts on a 4 amp hour battery. This saw rips on a 4 amp hour battery. I've got 3 bars on this one right now. So even with a non-fully charged battery, I'm gonna make some cuts through this 6x6. Well, Even if I do, I will do that at full depth just to show you the power. Then I'll go ahead and cut a couple pieces of this 2x6 off, because this saw will not cut all, even with a double cut or a quad cut, which means I'm just cutting all the way through for 4 sides, it's still not going to cut all the way through this 6x6, okay? But we'll go ahead and do it. I'll show you what a quad cut does and how well the saw performs in this wet, heavy, pressure-treated hemlock, okay? Enough talk? Okay, for this demonstration, I'm just gonna go ahead and lock this down, okay? All right, let's go. Now, I'll tell you, I'll be honest, my blade is very dull, okay? So, just so you know. But this saw is still going for it. Okay, like I said, I could take a hammer and knock this off, but it's not gonna cut all the way through a 6x6. But that's okay, we knew that. You'd have to go to a 10-inch saw to be able to get through that, okay? That's just facts, all right? So, with that being said, let's cut through 1.5 inches. Let's just cut you through right here, okay? Here we go. I mean, I can go all day with that. It's doing exactly what I need it to do, and it's doing it efficiently, and it's doing it in a lighter fashion where I'm not gonna sit here and try to hold this up for 3 minutes or whatever. This isn't a contest as far as weight, but it is a factor. You get used to doing things a certain way, and you get used to doing tools a certain way, and this is one of my favorites, man. And I really do like this saw. For the kit to be $300 at Lowe's, I think this is a really solid contender for you as far as a cordless rear handle saw. I call it a rear handle saw because I used to call it a worm drive saw and got so many comments about it because it's not a true worm drive. I'm not getting involved into the mechanics of these tools, guys. I know what works and doesn't work for me on my job site as a deck builder, and this rear handled Metabo HPT saw does the trick. All right. So if you like this video, you know what to do, but I'm gonna tell you anyways, please click that subscribe button, hit the bell icon. Don't forget to like this video and leave me a comment below and let me know what you think of this Metabo HPT rear handle saw. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.
Could you get closer to it? Closer?
I'm touching it.